LeBron stepped onto an NBA floor for the first time. Barely out of high school, he faced the Sacramento Kings. The expectations were cautious. How would a teenager perform under the bright lights? Within minutes, he erased doubt. He dropped 25 points, grabbed 6 boards, dished 9 assists. His rawness showed, but so did his uncanny awareness of the game. His teammates were older, battle-scarred. He was a child among men, yet here he was, refusing to be starstruck. The Kings walked out winners, 106-92, but even in defeat, the world sensed the first domino of a legacy being tipped. From that opening night forward, LeBron carried a dual burden: deliver heroics and earn respect. He did neither gracefully. His rookie season was a relentless uphill trek. There were nights when he soared, moments that left veterans and fans alike slack-jawed, moments when he forced too much, struggled to shoot, or crumbled under fatigue. Cleveland opened the campaign with a humiliating 0-5 run. The veterans in the locker room bristled at the kid forcing plays. Some actively fought him. In later interviews, LeBron would reveal to audiences that "my teammates, for sure, had moments when they wanted to kick your ass." Tension boiled over most visibly around Ricky Davis, a scorer who had long been the face of Cleveland's offense. In press conferences and interviews, Davis lamented, "I've still got to find my way to get shots in this offense. I was the focus before." The resentment simmered. One night versus Atlanta in late November, Davis was suspended. But the suspension cracked nothing. LeBron was still ignored by the rotation. The Cavaliers, lugging a 4-12 record, seemed incapable of reconciling old stars and a newborn prodigy. Yet LeBron refused to back down. In a mid-season game against the Memphis Grizzlies, he erupted early, orchestrating dazzling passes, attacking the rim, darting between defenders. Cleveland built a 24-point lead by the second quarter, but as the game wore on, the Cavs seemed to bottle the moment. In the final quarter, LeBron was sidelined. He demanded the ball back, launched into the storm, overtime beckoned. He shoved, he sweated, he climbed through 2 extra periods. He dropped 33 points, 16 rebounds, 7 assists. But by the time the night ended, his numbers felt tragic. Brilliant, yes, but insufficient. Austin Carr, longtime Cavs commentator, would later argue those over-reliance plays exposed Cleveland's lack of structure. He streaked toward bigger nights. Against Boston, he went for 37, obliterating his prior best. At United Center, facing the team of his childhood hero, he gutted out a ferocious performance. In mid-December, as the roster quietly rerouted contracts and trades swirled, Cleveland's record hovered at 6-19, an embarrassment for a franchise banking everything on this child star. Then, in late December, the organization pulled the plug on its internal pushover. They traded Ricky Davis and Darius Miles in swift succession. Once shackled by veterans' jealousy, LeBron now felt the air loosen around him. On December 19th, fewer distractions, he poured in 36 points, added 5 rebounds and assists, and for the first time, his production finally translated to victory. The next night in Chicago's cavernous arena, he turned banker and destroyer, missiles, crossovers, rim assaults. Cleveland won again. The comparisons to Jordan, once whispers, now echoed louder in every scouting report. Christmas Day 2003 saw him open the game with a delicate baseline floater, an early tease of his evolving craft. He toyed with defenses, rim-rattled shots, flirted with disaster when that game slipped to overtime, until the Orlando Magic sealed it. Loss. But even in defeat, LeBron's body of work grew more impressive. In the span of a few games, he would drop 32 against Portland, then notched a career-high 10 assists against the Knicks. Yet the Cavs, still mired in dysfunction, carried only hope, not a path to the playoffs. By New Year's, they were 11-25. On January 12, 2004, LeBron squared off against Kobe Bryant, the man whose influence he had chased since childhood. Kobe, nursing a right shoulder injury, still outlasted James through grit and experience. LeBron, from raw exhilaration to desperate angles, floundered. Days later, he sprained an ankle. He sat for 3 games. The front office made yet another bold swing, shipping out Darius Miles. The message was unambiguous. The franchise was kayfabe behind its teenage star. When LeBron returned, he broke through. He launched 38 points in Washington, and Cleveland ripped off 8 wins in their final 10 outings. The rookie, now more beast than unknown, had forced the team into relevance. In early February, after being snubbed for the All-Star reserves, he turned vengeance into art. Against the Lakers and Shaquille O'Neal, he stunned. With less than a minute on the clock, he launched a clutch jumper. The game seemed sealed. But Shaq, relentless, made his foul shots. LeBron's momentum flickered. In subsequent nights, he slumped, down 15.4 points per night on 34% shooting, and Cleveland's record slipped. Then came February, with a spotlight showdown. With the San Antonio Spurs, LeBron exploded. He scored ferociously, defended with feral focus, navigated every mismatch. With 9 seconds left, the Spurs had a final chance. But no answer. Cleveland won. In the stretch run, they captured 10 of their next 12. With 15 games remaining, playoff hopes flickered to life. But then a 4-game skid killed the run. With the record at 31-40, the weight on LeBron's shoulders became unbearable. This was no longer about potential. It was raw demand. On March 27th, the Nets held a 1-point lead in the final 2 minutes. LeBron, wired beyond fatigue, scored 41 points that night. He carved, he thumped, he orchestrated, and he damn well carried. But the context back at the Cavs was damning. There was still no running mate, no support structure, no lift to break through. Even as he cemented himself as Rookie of the Year, with averages around 20.9 points, 5.9 assists, 5.5 rebounds, Cleveland fell short. Their playoff dreams evaporated in 3 losses to Miami in mid-April. LeBron James's rookie season was not a narrative of immediate triumph. It was a crucible. A young man planted in a toxic locker room, burdened by unrealistic demands, forced to accelerate into adulthood on the fly. But what he built in that single year was breathtaking. He became just the 3rd rookie in NBA history to average 25-5. He challenged convention. He endured animosity from teammates who resented his rise. He steered his team's transformation from confusion to relevance. And in doing so, he delivered the promise that Cleveland had longed for. What happens when an 18-year-old sits down with math textbooks one day and faces 7-footers? Shot clock pressure, the weight of a franchise the next? In LeBron's case, it becomes the origin story of a legend. He didn't just survive his rookie season, he remade it, demanded respect, and laid the foundation for his 5-time MVP, 4-time champion legacy. If you want to dig deeper into his rookie highs, rookie lows, or how that season shaped the next 2 decades, bookmark this channel. Do you think LeBron's rookie season was more impressive than people say? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this journey through one of basketball's most dramatic origin tales, hit like and subscribe for more deep narrative breakdowns coming soon.